everyone. Welcome back to Divine Words through Ray. It's great to see you all for the first time or to see you all again. Today I want to share an important lesson from Proverbs 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not to your own understanding. This verse reminds us that even in our toughest situations, God is there to guide us. Now we're going to start off with key point number 1, which is trusting in God. Trusting in God fully, okay? Trusting in God means relying on Him completely, especially when we face uncertainty. I remember a time in college when I was struggling to pay my rent. I had partial amount of rent, but not enough money to cover the full rent payment. I felt overwhelmed and didn't know how I would make it work. So I reached out to a local church for help. And to my amazement, they stepped in and paid my rent in full. It was a reminder that God sees our needs and is always there to provide. Key point number 2, leaning not on our own understanding. There was another instance when I was really hungry and barely had any food in my pantry. I had just went to a church that gives out free food, but it wasn't enough, so I called my mom hoping she could help with some money for some groceries. As I was leaving the grocery store, a lady stopped me and offered me a cart full of groceries. It was filled with items that looked like they came from a food bank. I was in disbelief and so excited. I knew in my heart that this was God's provision for me because I didn't know where my next meal was coming from. God is bigger than our trials. God is bigger than our trials. Isaiah 43 verse 2 says, "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and through the rivers they shall not overwhelm you. When you walk through fire, you shall not be burned, and the flame shall not consume you." This verse reminds us that no matter what the storms we face, God is bigger than our trials. He walks with us through the challenges, and this too shall pass. This week I challenge you to reflect on an area of your life where you may be struggling to trust God. Maybe it's a financial situation, a health issue, or something else entirely. Take a moment each day to pray about it, just like I did. Ask God to provide you for your needs and to help you lean on His understanding rather than your own. Remember, trusting in the Lord with all your heart is not just about faith. It's about experiencing His provision in our lives, even when we cannot see it. Just like the verse from Isaiah reminds us, He is with us through every storm. I encourage you to share your experiences of trusting God in the comments. If you find this message helpful, please like and follow for more uplifting teachings. Thank you for joining me today.